Well, welcome to another edition of Laurel TV's Government to the People. I'm your host, Kieran Kobeck. We've got a big week coming up this week in law enforcement, National Police Week. We have our guest with us today, Chief Richard McLaughlin. I know you're very busy. You've got so much going on. All your officers are busy with Police Week. They've got, oh my goodness, Special Olympics torch run coming up, Relay for Life, a lot going on. So I really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to come in today. Thanks.
No problem. Thank you, Corrine.
So let's get right to it. Now, on top of all this, of course, your officers have to keep the streets safe for Laurel as well. So with everything coming up, let's jump right into National Police Week.
Okay.
So Mayor Craig A. Moe declared May 15th Peace Officers Week in the city of Laurel at the last Mayor and City Council meeting. Can you give us a history on how National Police Week came into being and tell our viewers what officers are doing to help honor their fallen brothers and sisters?
Absolutely. In 1962, President Kennedy dedicated May 15th as National Police Week, or the start of National Police Week, National Police Day. Basically what it is it's a week-long event where we honor those that have made the supreme sacrifice, that have given their lives in the line of duty. What some of my officers are doing, particularly this week, is we have several officers that are participating in the Police Unity Ride, which is a bicycle ride. It's a nationwide project, but our officers are participating in a ride from Philadelphia to Washington, D.C. It's a 4-day event.
Ooh, that's a long one.
Yes, on a bicycle. So that finished yesterday.
Oh, great.
I have officers at National Airport, Reagan National Airport, bringing in families, honoring the families of deceased officers that are coming in for the national presentation, which actually will take effect tonight. Okay. Down at the National Memorial. You know, there's all kinds of different programs. There's all kinds of different events. It's a very, very it's a very sensitive issue for police officers, obviously.
Definitely.
You know, yesterday, I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this or not. We had two Prince George's County officers that were killed in the line of duty or buried over at Ivy Hill Cemetery. Oh. Wreaths were presented on their gravestones yesterday, or placed on their gravestones yesterday. We were present during that process. So, I mean, there's a lot of different things that are going on. There's a lot of different events that we participate in. It's a very busy time of the month. You know, the event typically used to be a 1-week event. Now it is almost an entire month.
Well, it's well deserved. I mean, it definitely needs to be longer than that, as far as I'm sure most of us are concerned. Absolutely,
and it's just it's unfortunate when you look at and you watch the names being engraved down on the National Memorial. So that's pretty much what we're doing this week, and part of next week. Okay, now for National Police Week, they say light everything up blue. What are things that people could do? You could say something as simple as saying thank you. A blue light on your house, a blue ribbon on your car, a blue ribbon on your clothes, blue clothing. Just any sign that you are supporting your police. And basically the saying is go blue. Well, Laurel TV is, as you can see, our set behind us. We made sure to put the blue up, so thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, another event that the Laurel Police are involved in that I know is very near and dear to their heart is the Special Olympics. Just how did the Special Olympics get started? Just a quick summary. The Kennedy Shriver family is very active in the Special Olympics. They started the program, and it's a spinoff. The state of Maryland is one of the highest fundraisers in the entire world, worldwide actually. Okay. You know, we do a lot of different events with Special Olympics. We do the Deep Creek Plunge, and the Deep Creek Dunk and the Plunge at Sandy Point. Right, right. The torch run, and we also do Tip a Cop. We do all kinds of different fundraising events for Cops on the Rooftop for Special Olympics. The torch run this year is going to be a little different. Normally what we do is we go down to Hyattsville District Station, which is down in Hyattsville, Prince George's County District Station. Right. And we team up with Prince George's County and other municipalities on the southern end of the county, and we run the torch from Hyattsville to Laurel. Okay. In a day. And then what happens is the next day we hand it off to Howard County, and it runs from Howard County, picks it up from the Howard County line. This year what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the torch individually, and we are going to start the event on the 9th of June. Okay. At the Robert J. DePietro Center, where we will kick it off. We'll run it. We're actually going to run it through the city of Laurel, through various streets and through the city itself, ending our portion of the torch run at the Laurel Town Center. Oh, I like that. Yes, so it's going to concentrate heavily on the city of Laurel. It's going to produce a lot of a lot of spectators within the city of Laurel, and it's going to be more confined to the city of Laurel.
Okay.
As opposed to Prince George's County and the surrounding jurisdictions.
Okay, so basically the torch will just be within the city limits of Laurel. Now, are you going to hand it off to anyone at any point?
We will the next day.
The next day.
It will go to the Howard County Police, and Howard County will run it from there.
Okay, and you have a lot of participants from the Special Olympics that help you run the torch, so I'm sure they're probably going to be very excited about being able to run it through Laurel this year as well.
I believe so. There's a lot of residents within the city of Laurel and the greater Laurel area that are Special Olympic athletes, so it's kind of cool.
Oh, excellent. I'll be looking forward to seeing that as well. I'm sure everyone else will too. Now, with all of this great work that your officers do every year, you have to recognize them in some way. And it would be fitting if you know, to make sure that you do. So is there something coming up that basically you can say thank you and great job?
There is. We have a annual police awards banquet, and we typically have it during Police Week, which we will be having it again this year on the 20th of May in the evening. Okay. And basically what that is an opportunity to thank officers for what they've done, award them for spectacular events or special events, and just give them credit where credit is due. And I think that is one thing that we take for granted. There are a lot of hardworking officers in the city. There's a lot of good things that are going on in the city. Yes. There's a lot of activities that these officers are participating in that they're basically the unsung heroes.
Yeah, they give a lot of extra time to make sure that the citizens are safe, as well as, I mean, you see them out there interacting with the community. And I know that's very well appreciated, very much appreciated by everyone.
Well, and again, it's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of things that they're just not recognized for. Yeah. So it's an opportunity to say thank you. It's an opportunity for me to acknowledge them and give them a kudos. And
you say thank you to them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely. Now, on top of all these worthy causes that the Laurel Police Department works with, you also, like I said, have to keep these streets safe. Warm weather's coming up. And eventually, we hope, we're keeping our fingers crossed, we'll probably start seeing more motorcycles on the streets. Now, this is May, I believe, is Motorcycle Safety Month. What is the Laurel Police doing to ensure that motorcycles and cars work well together on our streets? Well,
there's a saying, it's share the road. And, you know, unfortunately, we have a lot of accidents involving motorcyclists. Yeah. Some of it is a motorcyclist's fault. Some of it is other vehicular fault, other vehicular drivers' faults. You know, the most basic thing is just be cognizant. They are a motor vehicle. They are on the roadway. They have equal rights as any four-wheel drive or any four-wheel vehicle does. And just be cognizant that they're there and check your blind spots. The same thing goes with the motorcycles. They have to be cognizant of what they're doing. And, you know, I think one of the biggest obstacles that we're dealing with, particularly with motorcycle safety, bicycle safety, pedestrian safety, just vehicle driving safety, is distracted driving. Distracted driving is a phenomenon in the entire country that is just, I don't know what to do, what we're going to do to get past it, because even today, I mean, driving down the road, you see probably 7 out of 10 drivers have a phone in their hands. That is clearly illegal in the state of Maryland.
Yeah, sitting here looking. And, and the sad part is they're texting too, which means hands are off the wheels at some point.
Absolutely. And I don't understand how you pay attention at 65, 70 miles an hour when you're driving on 95 and you're texting. Yeah. And, you know, enforcement has been ramped up statewide.
Good.
We have taken a lot of aggressive enforcement action. You know, we do the seatbelt safety, we do the seatbelt checks. We're now utilizing that opportunity also for distracted driving enforcement. Great. It's just it's a given. I mean, these people don't realize how little time it takes to become involved in a serious incident.
You can be driving on the road, and I'm sure I, as well as anyone else out there, have seen this. You start seeing cars, you know, just back and forth, and sure enough, you're guessing, yeah, I bet they're on the phone or they're texting, and when you get closer, their eyes are down here.
Yes.
It's just, it is scary. It's very scary what technology, it's a great thing, but it's also giving us some more problems on our roadways.
Absolutely. And you know, my philosophy has always been education before enforcement. So in an attempt to make people aware, we've come out with these from the state MVA, the Highway Safety Office. Park the phone before you drive, and basically what it does is it outlines some different things for distracted driving. It tells you what the fines are. It tells you how, on average, 30,000 people are injured annually as a result of distracted driving crashes.
Right.
That's a phenomenal number.
It's way too high.
It's, and I would put distracted driving along the same lines as driving while impaired. It's basically the same, and really the end result is the same. So it's, we have these, and I'd actually like to give you one of these.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
We're giving those out when we're seeing violations as opposed to citations. If they have already had a citation for, it's a domino effect as far as it's staggered bill or staggered fee. Let's back that up. It's a staggered fee for multiple violations. So each violation becomes more expensive.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. I mean, that's one way to, if you can hit people in their pockets, that might help them think twice next time.
Well, let's hope.
We hope. Another thing that you've got coming up is Relay for Life.
Correct.
What are your officers doing to help support the cure for cancer?
We have a couple fundraisers coming up. I think there's a Tip a Cop at BurgerFi, which I believe is June 4th, where we will be waiting on tables collecting donations for the Relay for Life.
And that's at the Town Center at Laurel.
Town Center at Laurel, I'm sorry. The one of the other things they're doing is a painting party, which they're doing at Sullivan's over off of 198.
Oh, nice.
There's different events that they do for the fundraising for the Relay for Life. We actually have a team at the Relay for Life. The Relay for Life this year is June 11th, starting at 5 p.m. at McCullough Field. So we will have a team set up. We'll have a camp set up, and we will be actively walking. Again, the more in your face we are, the more that we can do to bring awareness for the different events that we participate, or different organizations that we participate with. I think it's a win-win, and it's
exactly.
It's taking community policing to a new level because, as you know, we have the breast cancer awareness car, which is, I cannot tell you how often people ask, hey, can you bring the breast cancer awareness car? It's simply a car that we've marked up with breast cancer awareness. It's a police car. It's utilized for patrol services. And it's, again, it's in your face, and it's an awareness thing.
And it's pink.
And it's pink.
And it's pink. And it's a beautiful car. We'll make, you can see it right here. Okay, so we covered a lot here, Chief. I mean, again, thank you to you and all of your officers for everything that you do. Now, is there anything else that you think our viewers need to know about that's happening in the Laurel Police Department? Well,
I think we're going to try some new programs this year. Again, some community-oriented programs. We have our Cops Camp coming up again, which is, I do not have the dates. It's typically the first or second week in August.
Right.
We have National Night Out, which is the first Tuesday in August. And we're gonna, we're participating with the Back to School Jam, and there's a lot of events we're gonna be out, we're gonna be about. And if there's any special events that your viewers have where they would like police participation and or involvement, we are more than willing to come out and participate.
So they could call 301-498-0092?
Correct, and ask for the Community Policing Office.
Okay, that'd be great. So keep that in mind. If any of your HOAs or community organizations have anything going on, let the police know. They'd love to be there. Well, thank you again, Chief. It's just so much going on, and your officers are fantastic. I love seeing them out on the streets, and they always are friendly, and they say hi, and they're there protecting us. So thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for this edition of Government to the People. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and if you have a story idea, make sure to call our tip line at 240-294-1307. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.